Shangri LaTitudes. Written by Sean O'Cahalan. Read by Matt Walsh. Shangri LaTitudes. Written by Sean O'Cahalan. Read by Matt Walsh. Introduction. The Shangri LaTitudes of the title are not some imaginary abodes in the clouds above and beyond ordinary reality. These latitudes are the ones which lie where the paths of truth and beauty cross, forming quadrants where each sub-subject commingles to form fresh ruminations, not unlike those from Rumi, not unlike Four Quartets by Eliot, though using forms unfamiliar to either poet. There are 4 rooms in the human heart, each one its own experiential zone where passions move around, up, down, and around within the stream of consciousness, as well as stirring the subconsciousness. Perhaps the latter ruminations form the greater portion of the poems in this selection. Talking about haiku, hoku, or haiku in its proper form, ha forming the hello or starting point, the breath, and iku being the momentary glimpses so essential to that terse form. Rooted in the Eastern traditions of Zen and Zazen literatures, formal as well as looser forms of haiku have long been satisfying to traditionalists, but lacking in depth and scope. The New Age literatures of Europe and America demand new forms which can still deliver reading materials amidst the recent tsunamis of information, both technological and psychological, writing within so-called psychanics. With this in mind, Sean O. has expanded the form from 575 syllables to 585, 5 and 8 being the Buddha's numbers for form and direction. 5, north, south, east, west, and within. 4 cardinal points plus that vaster, non-cardinalian interior space in the human imagination, in keeping with the oldest numerological patterns but the newest interpretations. Then there comes 8, forming new expansions, the greatest changes being in the liberation of 7 breaths up to the eightfold path, into what I call the heart line. One could summarize the 3 lines thus. The first is the lift-off observation line. The second, the flight above line. The third is the return to earth, water, fire, or home. Multiples of all 3 lines as stanzas and motifs will be variations on the themes begun at the beginning, concluded by the finale. The ultimate length of a fully fledged and conceived haiku, that is, one capable of entering the arena of the short story or prose piece as a complete experience for the reader, a full expression for the writer, would probably be a length of 27 lines, the perfect anatomical cube of 3. Given bigger wings for the future, this form is liberating beyond measure. This creates a fusion not unlike that in worldwide cuisine, a recent gourmet fusion, so popular all around the world today. What was not possible with the 575 form is now possible by expanding the middle line with its new prosaic flow. One further step away from the first expression means one step longer in return to contrast and stretch concepts. Restrictive techniques must evolve, giving way to new uses for lyric rhythm, new jazz, rock, folk, all kinds of fusions of attitudes. The ingredients remain the same: precision of perception, tension between the subject and the objects, flow from one line to the next, resolved or suggestive by the stretched syllable, internal rootedness with seemingly insurmountable distances between the observer and the observed, mental bridging, private breathing, new spaces for interpretations created, while all the while never lowering the passion to the level of pedestrian prose. If 575 gave us Mandarin or Japanese bridges with their ornate koi ponds and water lilies, waterfalls with shadows and shades, glimpses of greatness in nature, the smallness of humans, the meanings of seemingly disconnected moments within meaningful subjectivity, weeping willows and weeping humanity, etc., then 585 creates another dimension, set amid skyscrapers, town complexes, libraries, art galleries, studios, shops, pubs, and universities.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?